This is a busy weekend, isn't it? Okay, Chapter 3 of Obi Wan Kenobi. We'll talk about that in a moment. Okay, so with episode 3, part 3 of Obi Wan Kenobi, we find that Obi Wan, of course, in the last episode, was able to escape with Leia to a mining planet. The name of it has too many consonants in it for me to remember, but let's just say we've gone to a mining planet, and the Grand Inquisitor and Reva are in hot pursuit. They figure that they must have gotten on this transport, and they have tracked him to there. Meanwhile, we see Obi-Wan on the freighter trying to call upon the Force Ghost of Qui-Gon Jinn, and so far he has been unsuccessful at doing so. We also see, for the first time, really how much of Darth Vader is real and how much is mechanical. They show them putting him together, his legs, his arms, of course, the breathing apparatus, and the breastplate, the helmet, and all of that is all put together in front of us. And we see this particular Vader to be more full of hate than we even saw him in the first time that he was revealed in Star Wars Episode 4, that he is just going down the street killing people right and left, or throwing them around at least. And they are in pursuit of Obi-Wan Kenobi. We find out what Reva's motivation is for it. She is looking to be the next Grand Inquisitor, and we think that the Grand Inquisitor is dead, and there's kind of a power struggle between her and the second brother, or whatever they call her rival there, one of the other Inquisitors who claims to be next in line. But with her direct line to Darth Vader, she is able to keep the expedition going the way that she wants it. Meantime, we see Leia having much of a mind of her own when Obi-Wan is trying to protect her and take her back to Alderaan, and saying, don't say a word. She's right up with the fake story, and a little more confident, actually, than Obi-Wan is. So this is kind of interesting. She does ask an interesting question, which has never really been addressed, to my knowledge, in Star Wars, is what does the Force feel like? And Obi-Wan describes it as what you feel like when you're in a dark room and then when the light comes on. And that's as good an explanation as I've ever heard about that. We find on this mining planet that there's an underground railroad. There are friends that can help take Obi-Wan and Leia where they need to go, but of course, nothing is ever that simple. We see an alien who is, I think, is called Brack, and I believe played by Zach Braff, who was one of the guest voices on the show, and driving something that looks like a local delivery truck that is, of course, a speeder, so it has no wheels, as most things in Star Wars don't have wheels. Most things in science fiction don't have wheels. There seems to be a problem with wheels and hinges in most science fiction shows that I've noticed. At any rate, there's all kinds of opportunities for fights to happen, and some are successful and some are not. And the story goes on. What I want to point out here, though, was in my previous review of parts 1 and 2, I was seeing some similarities between the Mandalorian and Obi-Wan, and we see very quickly that unlike Grogu, who was very subtle in any involvement that he had. He was mostly just following along. Leia is taking point, and at 10 years old is quite a precocious child. A remark is made somewhere in, she'll make quite a fighter one day, which does presuppose what she's actually going to be in the Resistance. We find that this is a different kind of story in which the hero is kind of a fallen hero, and he needs to get his confidence back. He's not certain that he is up to the job of doing anything other than being a hermit on Tatooine, and he's being forced by circumstances and by Leia herself in order to up his game. And I think this is interesting. It's a different kind of dynamic than I expected, and it's very watchable. So we're looking forward to the next episode next week. So I'd like to know what you think about it. Please put it in the comments below. And also, if you have not subscribed, do so. And please, ring the bell so you know when the next video is coming your way, because we're just reviewing everything. We've got, if you haven't seen the retro review on Star Trek, if you have not seen Strange New Worlds, if you have not seen the Orville yet, these are all things that are worthy of your watching, and we have reviews on all of them this week. So until next time, next week, don't go far.